So the main concerns that I find parents and even students have about doing online learning is that students will get distracted, it's not going to be as personalized, it's just not going to be as good, and they just really hated when they had to do online learning at school. So my name's Carla Sabella, and I am the founder and CEO of Ignite Your Learning, and we have been running a tutoring company for the last 20 years, and we've been online for the last 8 years. And I just want to share with you a bit about what we've experienced in terms of online learning. And I just want to start with addressing what happened when students had to go online all of a sudden during COVID. So it was, completely unforeseen. It was totally chaotic. Teachers had no preparation for it. And trying to move everybody online, especially in a class-based context, was extremely difficult. So having one teacher that's trying to manage 30 students during a period of not only panic, but students being alone at their computers was just very, very difficult. Some students really thrived in it, but a lot of students really kind of fell behind, weren't really engaging, and a lot of gaps have been coming up, which we've definitely seen in the students that we're taking now. And what happened during that period for us was we were already doing online learning from about 8 years ago, because we teach students from outside Sydney, but even in Sydney, students were really starting to like the idea of doing online because it's so much more convenient. You don't have to waste that time commuting, and they just found they really got the same value. So we are so experienced with engaging students online, and a lot of that comes down to the way that not only tutors interact with students, but the way that the technology is set up, the software that's used, and also the fact that when we're engaging students, it's one-on-one, which is completely different to a poor teacher who's trying to manage 30 students in their individual homes. Very different when you're one-on-one. You can see the student, they can see you, you're working on the same document. The tutor is constantly engaging students, asking them questions, getting them to do the working out, and let's see that on the online whiteboard, or have a write what we've just discussed, or let's talk about this. I'm going to ask you questions and you're going to be responding to those questions. So that's the style that we have, and we found it to be incredibly effective because students just get the most out of the hour that they actually spend doing it. And look, to be really honest, we are also very committed to having students be prepared for what comes after school. And when you've got the amount of learning that students now need to be doing online, both at university but also in the workplace, the student's ability to be able to work online and be comfortable in that kind of setting is it's absolutely crucial for their lives going forward. So that is one of the reasons for why we focused on and maintained our online presence, regardless of the fact that people have gone back, and we do have physical centers, but we found that both for the life skills that students get and the level of convenience that is given to students and parents with doing online learning, that it just is an absolutely fantastic solution to really support students with not only filling in the gaps that they may have in their learning, but getting ahead and just being really super prepared for their exams and their assessments and what comes next even after school.